Uh, well, here's an update. Um, well, um, Monday, I believe Monday or Tuesday, I got to get with Logic. Hey Tammy, hey the truth, how you doing? How y'all doing? I'm gonna get with Logic and everyone that has participated in the individual Fitbit challenge. I have the numbers already tattled for the 30-day challenge. Those that had participated in it, I thank you all for going the full 30 days, um, going hard and stuff. I haven't been live in the past week or so. Um, hey K Money, how you doing? Hey Felicia, how you doing? Black Bruce, how you doing? And I'm going to get with Logic and we're going to do the announcement. Hey Cynthia baby, how you doing? Get with Logic and we're going to announce the winner of the new Fitbit. I am a woman of my word. Oh, you're at Essence. Oh, that's what's up. Hey Patty baby, how you doing? Never challenge, it's that gift. So we're going that gift, the a brand new Fitbit. And what's gonna happen is we're going to continue. I am going to start the challenge all over again. And anyone wanting to participate in my Fitbit challenge, in the challenge and stuff and everything, I want the goal is to get fit. While we're getting fit, you have several things when it comes to getting fit. Uh you're donating a bottle to the winner. That's what's up. There are several things you have to do when getting fit. I know Honey Lot has a health challenge that goes on throughout the year, and I encourage all those that's participating in the fit challenge to also participate in her healthy challenge as well. She does have a good and great menu for you guys, and I wholeheartedly support that because you have to stay healthy and you have to know the right things to eat when it comes to getting fit. Now with the fit challenge is still an individual fit, which is what I love to do, and that is something that I will continue on with until until and each challenge will come out with a different gift. So the next challenge will start in August. Um and that challenge will go for a full 90 days. We're doing a full 90-day individual fit challenge. The challenge is still going to be based off of steps. What happens is when you do the step challenge, believe it or not, walking is the most healthiest and most fit exercise that you can do. It is highly recommended. That is something that we have entailed, we have done, we have, even in the military, when you have soldiers in the military, their alternative is a walk. So very long time, and that's actually time because they have. I mean, it comes in according to age, and they have a set certain amount of time. But with the fit challenge is how many steps that you do within those 90 days, and You can do the step challenge. How often you could during the challenge you could walk as often. Hey, butter love, baby, how you doing? You could walk as often as you want, how long as you want. Me, I do what is recommended when it comes to the required steps recommended by the doctors, which is I don't feel right unless I get my 10,000 steps and walk. During my challenge, I also try to incorporate the 6120 in it. And for those that's military, they know what the 6120 is. That's a new version of the PT test that they used to give. Well, not a PT test, but the PT exercise that we had. Hey, honey lot, how you doing? That's the new version of the PT, which was called a PRT when they changed it. But the 6120 is you run for 60 minutes and you walk 120 minutes, or you can fast walk or jog or speed walk for 60 minutes. Hey, Tony love, how you doing? You could speed walk for 60 minutes. As long as you get that beat up, get your heartbeat rate up for 60 minutes, and then you stop and you walk 120 minutes. That's 2 minutes. And then how you do it is, how do you do it? How I do it and how we used to do it is when you at a park, they have what is known as light poles going around that park. And each light pole is spaciously distant from each other. And you run from one light pole to the next light pole, or jog or speed walk, however you want to do it, from one light pole to the next light pole. And once you get there, then you stop. And then from that light pole to 120 minutes is when you start start your timer. So you will need a timer for that as well. On the 6120, if you want to incorporate the challenge will be only. Now, when it comes to rating into the fit challenge as well, working on your gluteus maximus and working on your arms. You're going to work all that. Then you're going to incorporate the sit-ups. The sit-ups is going to be in several different types of modified versions. Those who can't do the full behind your head up to your knee, elbows past your knee sit-ups. You have the cross the arm, which I'm gonna demonstrate. I'm do a demonstration video prior to do a what is known as a video, a sample video on those actual exercises, those fit challenges that you should incorporate in it as well. I think that along with that, as long as you build up to it, then you'll be able to start getting a more healthier body and a more fit body. So for those who actually is out walking, especially you could see it, or when you're in the mall, and say you're walking in the mall, and sometime walking in the mall you might be tired or you out of breath or something like that. You walk up the steps, you're out of breath. That's because you're not as fit. I slacks baby girl enjoyed her retirement to the fullest. Okay, when you do 20 years and 20 months in the military, and they give you your DD 214 and say you are honorably retired, you're going to end that. Especially when you have seen as many combats as I have seen. And cha cha now on that like button. That's what's up. And when you have seen as many as I've seen, and there are some who have seen more than me. Hey Showtime, how you doing, love? There are some that have seen more than me. And when I say they have seen more than, once that retirement hit, you don't want to do anything. You want to relax. You get a sergeant, whoever. Those are your higher up chain of command, people that's in charge of that battalion or that company. Sit there and say, fall in. Our runs is not 2 miles. Those nice little runs are going to be at least 4 miles and higher. Okay. Um, I'm gonna get myself back to where I am accustomed to being. So what I started preparing myself for the 6120 within the past week and a half. And I had to get out there and I had to condition for the 6120. You just jump out there and do, because I'm gonna tell you, when you run from that first pole to that second pole as fast as you can, oh trust me, you're gonna be out of breath and stuff. So I had slowly started conditioning myself for that. Now, when it comes to me getting out there and just running, I can get out there and just run. The maximum I probably could run right now is probably up to 4 miles. That's the maximum I could run. Um, But keeping a healthy lifestyle and a fit lifestyle, both of those go hand in hand. And that's why I say, for those that's doing my fit challenge, that's doing the physical fitness portion of my challenge and stuff and everything, that challenge, that's something that's going to be always near and dear to me. I believe in doing that. That is something that I take time out of my morning, my evening, or my day, whichever time that you deem best to do it, that I love to do it. There's a second part when it comes to also doing that. And most of us, especially us retirees, um, will slack off a little bit. But then because our minds stay so idle all the time, we just can't stay seated. We can't stay still because we have been so programmed and used to moving and moving and moving and going and going and going, that sitting still for a very, very long time, month after month after month after month, that becomes very depressing. That becomes very stressful. That raises your anxiety. Hey Sheena Boo, how you doing? That raises your anxiety. That, I mean, and then it's like your children, idle minds. When idle minds sit and have too much time on their hand, that's not a very good thing to do and stuff. So I try to get my conditioning in the morning time, and the morning is really good for me because, like clockwork, when my husband get up, then I pop up and do what I need to do and all that good stuff. Joanna in the chat, hey Joanna love. I'll pop up and do what I need to do and stuff. So I have to do that. Joanna in the chat, I ain't see Joanna. Is Joanna in here? But I will pop up and I have to pop up and do what I have to do. Hey love, pop up and do what I have to do as well. Joanna, I need to get with you too because I need you to make me some stuff. I need some stuff from you, baby. And stuff and everything, and I pay you. Um But at the end of the day, I have to stay fit. But then I was over in my sister's chat, and she got this thing called the healthy. She has her healthy challenge, and believe it or not, I can get out there and exercise all I want. I can get out there and run all I want. I can get out there and do all that. But if I'm not eating right, it's not going to maintain. So I have to find both in common. And I say for everyone, please get over to Honey Lot, because I'm telling you, Honey Lot got a beautiful, 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 healthy menu for you. And when I say she has that menu on lock, she has that menu on lock when it comes to what it is that you need to do. What it far as if you're trying to lose inches, weight, if you're trying to gain some, she got it to a T. I'm telling you, she got it to a T. So get on over there and check her out, y'all, because I'm tell you, she's doing it when it comes to that. And me and her both have the one thing in common, and that's when it comes to our medication for the thyroids and stuff and everything. And you have to subsidize a healthy life for medication. And me, I have a tendency to forget to take mines and stuff. So I would rather much get back to how I used to be before I retired in 2016, where I could get out there and they say, "Okay, we're going on a nice little run. Okay, I'm about this. What's the lineup when it comes to calling cadence?" Cause I get out there and call my little cadence for a little bit, and then I'm gonna fall back in, and then oh well, we need straggler patrol. I'm sorry, nope, not doing that. No, no, no. You might want to get somebody that's on profile. Get one of the profile people to do straggler patrol. I'm gonna be right there at the top when the battalion, the company come in. I'm coming in with them. I'm gonna be at the front, and normally I be on the opposite end of the pace setter, because sometimes the pace setter want to fall behind, and then they need to have me, the ex drill, in their ear. Get your butt up here. They used to make me sing five cadences. You know what? I used to sing my cadences. My especially when I used to march the soldiers to chow and stuff. And my favorite cadence that I used to sing, because it's almost like a church song type cadence that I used to sing, is I left my home. I left my home for the army. I left my home for the army. You know that one? Yeah, walking was my favorite. Yes. Yes, especially when you had to walk from one end of the post to the other end of the post just to take them soldiers to their child and stuff. You ain't never heard that one? Oh, you got to hear. Oh, you got to hear that one. I love it. It's almost like a church song, and I used to march the soldiers up and down the road, sing when I sang that song, or whatever other cadence I'm calling. Then the soldiers would sit there and say, "Sorry, sorry, sorry." Play sing the church song, sing the church song, and I was like, "Are y'all serious? Are y'all serious?" And I was saying that, and I have to center myself, because when you're marching 120 soldiers, that was my platoon. I had 100. No, we was runching with it. Yeah, yeah. My battles was runching with it. They was runching with it out of all, cause I worked with six males and I was the only senior female, so they was runching with it and stuff and everything. They were real runchy with it, and that, Lord. Look, but when they see me coming to my, oh, we got to take the curse words out. We got to take this out. Yeah, you're right, because I'm EO. You better take the cuss words out. You better take the cuss words out. I am EO. We don't want no EO complaint quickly. But I used to sing on my left stick called Too Much Alcohol. Oh, I heard that one. Your mama was home when I left. Y'all right. Your daddy was home when I left. Y'all right. Your mama, your daddy. Yes. Yeah, you boy, look at here. But like I said, August 1st, prior to that, I'm gonna put out that video on my fit challenge and stuff and everything. And we're gonna get this started, and it's going to be for 90 days, and that way, your body is getting conditioned, because you done did the 30-day hard condition, and now we're going to do the 90-day, and you're going to condition. We're going to keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. And I just he will probably have that already titled on for the winner and stuff and everything. And I believe in being fair, so I have the numbers for those who are no longer in participation, those who have went on to other platforms and stuff and everything. So from day one all the way up until I got the last walking scores, which was June 22nd. And the challenge actually ends officially tomorrow. I will go ahead and announce who the winner is, and we will get that brand new Fitbit out to them and everybody. Uh, Congratulations on a job well done and stuff and everything. And when it comes to this challenge, I want it to be more more of a bigger workout for you and stuff and everything. There's going to be a little more intel to that at August 1st, when I put that out again, and I will have more detail inside that video. But other than that, how has everybody been doing today? Today I actually got to meet the guy for the first time who pulled my daughter from the accident. I had the number. You tired? That's I would say I'm tired, but I have engagement to go to tonight and tomorrow. Some of my brothers and sisters came in town, so I'm going to thank you, honey. Like, I'm going to go and show my support over there to with for this engagement tonight and tomorrow night and stuff. I actually met the guy that had actually pulled my daughter from the car before the car was on fire. She was actually unconscious. She was not unconscious from the wreck, and it was on fire. And they had to break the window to get to her. When the car was on fire, they had to break the window to get to her and cut her seatbelt, and they pulled her from the car. And when they had pulled her from the car, when we got a call and stuff and everything, um I don't know. I think I was in a zone. I I just kept saying, "Where's my daughter? Where's my daughter?" But I actually got to meet him. When we had got the call, the guy said that he was the tow truck guy. So I actually held on to that number. And every month, for like maybe 2 or 3 times out of the month, I called that number. But no one had answered that number. No one would never answer that number. Well, it kept going to a voicemail. And the voicemail kept saying that the person you reach, um, it kept saying the officer that you reach is unavailable. And I was like, that's strange. Because even when we went to the tow yard to see could we get anything, because we hadn't seen the car yet. We went to try to get her stuff out the car, and the lady said, "What stuff? You're not gonna be able to get nothing out that car. Have y'all seen the car?" And we was like, "No, we haven't seen the car." And so I say, "Well, the tow guy called us and told us that he the one pulled." And I actually met that tow guy that day, and he said, "No, I'm the one that towed the car, and you're not gonna get nothing out that car." And I was like, "Well, we're going to see the car." And I thought it was him that called. I said, "Well, no, you the one called us because he said the tow guy," and he said, "No, I didn't call." Well, what happened was I kept calling that number, and I saved that number, and I called that number every day, every month, for about maybe 2 or 3 times out of the month, maybe four, depending on. And I kept calling the number and kept calling the number and kept calling the number, and it kept saying the officer that you're trying to reach is unavailable. The officer you're trying to reach is unavailable. And I was like, "Officer?" So when we had went to the hospital, um, her legs was crushed. They was one on top of each other, so they had to pull her legs back down and stuff and everything. So she had to learn how to walk all over again. And she not supposed to really be walking now, but she was determined. She said, "No, I'm not gonna stay in these I'm not gonna stay in this wheelchair. I'm not gonna stay in this stay on this crutches. I'm not gonna stay in these boots. I'm not finna do nothing." And she had to have 3 surgeries. And so the officer that was there, he we passed him up going inside. And I just looked and I told my husband, I said, "Is that officer crying?" And my husband said, "It looked like it." So come to find out, the officer had came in and he gave me the police report. Now, remind you, the area when she was coming back home, she had went out of town and she was coming back home, and we told her about driving at night and stuff. But I don't know why she had got off on that particular exit to come up that route, that road in town, because we have been fighting with the city for a very long time about that particular road, because that road has a speed limit, and you can drive that speed limit, but when you it has a blind sight, and once you come up out the blind sight, soon as you come up out that blind sight, it's a stop sign, it's a stoplight right there. And normally at night that stoplight doesn't change, but as she came up out of it, the stoplight had changed really quick. And when she hit the brakes, that's when she lost control of the car, because it had changed really quick. Because normally it'll be a police officer sitting on each side um, at that time of night. But we've been trying to get that changed, because how they built it, that barrier of going around, is a blind sight, and actually that's where all of the accidents happen. So when she hit, she tried to get control of the car and overcorrected, and by then the everything had locked up on her, and she ended up hitting the wall. And when she hit the wall, that's when she was knocked unconscious. And when she hit the wall, it bounced back, and she hit the wall again, and then the car flipped quite a few times. And when it flipped again, and it miraculously landed on all 4 tires. But she was already knocked unconscious. And so a passerby had came up and seen underneath the hood was on fire. And when that was on fire, they was knocking on the window to get her to wake up. but they didn't know she was knocked unconscious. And so they ended up breaking the window. Once they broke the window, they had to cut her seatbelt and they pulled her out. I later learned, um, which was today, but I'll tell you about that. But at the hospital, the officer, he came and gave me the police report. And when he gave me police report, I said, I just kept looking at him, and he sat there and he told me, the words that came out of his mouth was, but God. And he gave me a hug and he said, but God. And he walked off. I was like, the doctors and them had stopped me before I went in. They said, have you been in? I said, no. So I went in her room and she wasn't in her room. And I came back out and I said, where's my daughter? And they sat there. They was like, well, we had to take her down for a CAT scan and we had to take her down for all. I said, take me to my daughter right now. And they was like, man, I said, take me to my daughter right now. And so they said, we need to brace you. I said, don't brace me for nothing. Take me to my daughter. I need to see my daughter. And when they took me to see her, I did not recognize her. That was the most hurtful thing. And they had her so badly sedated and stuff and everything that I don't think I even shed a tear that night. So when we went to see that car, I'm gonna tell you, y'all don't know the pain a person can go through until you actually been through it. I couldn't understand why the officer said but God until I seen that car. And that was but God. It really was. It really was. Everything, her whole life was in that car. Her driver's license, um, she had her social security card. I had a birth certificate, so she didn't have that. Um, her debit card, her keys to her apartment. But luckily, I had a set of keys to her apartment for her to get in, and I had a set for her mailbox and stuff because when I had got her apartment for her, uh, the manager give me anything I want. So I had got made sure I had a set of keys to her apartment and a set of keys to her mailbox and a set of keys to everything. So when mommy want to go check on her daughter, I don't care. Mommy going to check on her daughter. Um, I seen that car. I couldn't. That's when I broke down and I started crying. My husband walked the other way, and I had to go get him because he had started crying. And then her brother came up there, and then all of a sudden the family came up there. The rest of the kids came, and they started crying. And I'm like, I don't know. So afterwards, I kept calling. I kept calling that number. I want to know. I want to know who that person was. Cause on the police report, it didn't say the name. It didn't give me the name or anything on the police report. And I kept calling that number and calling that number. So last night, I had called that number. Actually, when I had got off the live with off a straight drop live, I had called that number. And when I called it, I don't know why. It's something just uh, it was just bothering me. But I called that number and he picked up. And I told him who I was and he asked me, he said, "How is she doing?" I said, "She's doing great." And I said, "I would love to meet you." So I met him today for the very first time. And he was an officer. The funny thing about that is that wasn't my first time meeting him. I've seen that officer every month that I go to my chambers meeting. And he never said anything to me. He knew who I was. And he never said nothing to me. So when I met him, I looked and it brought back something. I had went to a Kiwanis luncheon. This was back in November of last year. I went to a Kiwanis luncheon. And there was an officer there and he was there with his wife. And his wife is a lawyer. That's how I ended up getting to do my intern when it came to my intern portion when I was in my legal studies. I did it at her office. But I never knew that it was him and his wife that was on the road that night. And they never said anything to me. Never. But I was at the Kiwanis luncheon and when the bill came, everybody got their bill except for me. And I couldn't figure out. I was like, ma'am, I didn't get my bill. Okay, honey, like, I said, ma'am, I didn't get my bill. And she said, that's because your bill done been paid for. And we all looked around and I was like, huh? And I said, well, thank you, whoever paid my bill. And he said, congratulations on your retirement. And I said, you're welcome. And it was him. He brought all that back to me today. And I'm gonna tell you, all I could do was hug him and cry. You don't know a wonderful blessing you have until you lose it or almost lose it. I tell anybody that hatred is a hurtful thing to have. Anger is a hurtful thing to have. Evilness is a hurtful thing to have. And people don't understand. You can't go through life hating. You can't go through life being evil. You can't go through life being angry. You can't go through life being nasty. You can't go through life none of that. Blessings don't come like that. It don't come like that. And I thank God over the years and that we still receiving. Because if I wrong somebody or I've mistaken something, I'm always woman enough to apologize about it. Whether you accept it or not, it's on you. That off your conscience. That's one thing about me. We all act in the flesh because we don't allow our inside to act for us. It's called being human. And sometimes some things do entail it. And sometimes some things don't entail it. But one thing I can say, that day I was angry about that Fitbit. I can actually say the people that came and passed off some really awesome advice and some spiritually great advice and some testimony to me. Ah, okay. Buffering. I don't know what. My husband might be playing with the internet. Y'all still there? But the people who, when I was going off about that, and I was upset and mad about that, the challenge and stuff and everything, I can say I got some I have a lot of people out there that really, really care about me. But I can say the ones that came and gave me some spiritual advice, they gave me some humbling advice, they gave me some testimonial advice. Those people, they'll always be near and dear in my heart. And I always cherish them and love them because they know my inside. God send people when you least expect them. That's a true saying. He send people to speak to you when you least expect them. Half pint, baby, I always love you. Crescent, I always love you. I talked to Bam and the talking, that's why I have love in my heart for her. I kid you not. You got to know who you have around in your circle that means good to you than those that mean nothing to you. You got to know who says, okay, she venting, I'm gonna let her vent, but me and her finna have some real tough talk because I'm about to bring her back around. I'm not. And that morning I woke up. Exactly. That morning I woke up. That one email, Half Pint sent me an email. I'm gonna tell you, I had to sit and read that email about 25 times, and I cried. And I sat there and I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried. And I knew what I had to do because I was so mad. I snapped at somebody that I shouldn't have snapped at, but I did. So as a woman, I had to apologize to her because she was just being her. But when you angry and you mad and you taking out of your anger, you take it out of your spiritual and put into your flesh, you're going to say a lot of things. And sometimes some things are not recoverable. Sometimes some things are not recuperable. But I can say this. Even though I said what I said and I made a live and I said the other things that I said, I was honored that Royal Queen had love in her heart to forgive. That says a lot. Good, bad, and indifferent. What no matter what platform anybody on, no matter who support who or whatever the case may be, and stuff and everything. That was a genuine love right there. That was a genuine forgiveness. So I say that, and the reason I'm saying that is because today I sat back and I had the most humbling conversation. I can actually say, you don't know who watching you, who who holds you on a higher standard, and who hold you on a higher pedestal, and who looks up to you until somebody tell you. You don't know who heart you touch until somebody tell you. You don't know the impact you make on a person until somebody tell you. Because we could go through life and not know that we affect anybody. We could go through life and know that we're not making an impact on something. We're just going through life. And that's why I say they they're here when it comes to me. Always. And Crescent Crescent sent me to church while I was in church. He sent me to church while I was in church. You know, and yeah, he did. He sent me to church while I was in church. That's why if I do something and I feel it's wrong, I have to come back and recorrect it. I have to come back and recorrect it if I do something wrong. I don't know about anybody else. Some people deserve some of the things they get. And don't please don't never get it twisted. Some people deserve the things they get. If you belittle, berate, disrespect, and demean a person's family, their child, their wife, their loved ones, you're going to get what's coming to you. That's why I had started saying, y'all be safe. The YouTube streets ain't safe. Travel in a pack. I had somebody subscribe to me. It's the darnest thing. I had somebody subscribe to me. And I can't figure out the end game. And nor do I want to figure out the end game. Why this individual would even subscribe to me when I'm not subscribed to them. My husband was put on YouTube without his permission, without his knowledge, no call, no nothing. Just so they could get back at me. But I forgive that person because I would never go on anybody's platform and put their family members up, nor will I support a platform that does that, that makes a mockery of someone's family members. A lot of love for straight dropping logic. They will always be my brothers. Always. Because they don't confine you. They don't say you have to stay subscribed to me and me only. And if I catch you over in this person's chat or that person's chat, then I'm going after you. Oh, well, I'm going to use my brother Unc Fed, for example. And I love him to death. And I'm going to get him about that video he made because I don't, Unc Fed didn't take his medicine, y'all. Uncle Fed didn't take his medicine. He ain't take his medicine today, y'all. And exactly, Joanna. We move where we want to move, but we know where we loyal at. Exactly. And the great thing about that is if straight at Aunt Fed or me or Aunt Fed or whoever at Aunt Fed is at odds, we don't have to worry about. And I go in Aunt Fed chat or go in except for I'm not going in specific chats because I don't condone the things that they do, and I do that because that's my choice. And I don't have to worry about my brothers ever saying, "Oh, well, I see so and so, I see Half Pint over there in your chat, but she was over here doing this and she supplied me with this and she sent this to me." Oh, that's one thing I love about them. Because they're not new to this, they true to this. And they support their subscribers. And they support their loyal ones. If they ever had a falling out with someone that was loyal to them or whatever, we would never hear about it. We would never hear about it. Hey, Feisty Love, how you doing? Thank you for stopping through. We would never hear about it. We would never hear about that person being put on a platform, their family members being put on their platform, nothing that they have ever done. We would never hear about it. Because in my brother's mind, they lost to the occasion. Eventually, they'll probably make their way back. They'll call me. We'll talk it out. We'll apologize. That's called, okay, love. That's called having a humble heart. When you got a humble heart, hey Faith, how you doing? When you have a humble heart, there's nothing ever that will allow you to sit and degrade one of your subscribers. Nothing. My baby Bam. If me and Bam was to have odds, I can't go after my subscribers for being in her chat, as well as she can't go after them for being in mine. What sense do that make? Oh well, you told me, MzClassy. We don't do that because at the end of the day, we're very mature about what it is that we're doing. At that YouTube turned just as well as I could sit here and click that X, that YouTube will go off. And then I'm going back to my life. It had, and that will always be my slogan. Y'all be safe. These YouTube streets ain't safe. I'm quite sure somebody will probably take my video of my daughter and make a mockery of it and probably put her up on their channel and say, oh, well, she should have died. She should have did this. She should have did that and stuff. Only they got to answer to God. Only they got to answer to themselves. Half pint, I hope not, but somebody will. And 9 times out of 10, it'll probably be my new subscriber because I couldn't figure out for the life of me why would that individual even subscribe to me. I had to show it to my husband. I showed it to my husband. I say, this is the individual that, and I showed him that video that took something off of my private Facebook. That's why I don't do Facebook groups. And as bad as I wanted to join, I need my hair played with. I would have been sleep dead. Okay. Uh as much as I wanted to join the group, the Facebook group that Straight got, and stuff and everything, I just don't do Facebook group anymore. I don't do any of that anymore. And I know with my family over there, we would never do anything like that to each other. We would rather just go our own separate way. Hey, how you doing? And keep it moving. If we choose to speak. And just keep it moving. But that was my moment that I put up about my heart. That girl, that girl who about to turn 27 years old is connected to my hip, both right and left, the umbilical cord, my right and left shoulder. She is connected, okay? That, that's my heart right there. That's my baby. And I go to world for all my kids. Every last one of them. But out of all the kids, she the one that clings the most to me. And all the other kids cling, but they don't cling like her. she cling, no. When it's an anniversary, she miraculously show up. Oh, where y'all going? Oh, it's the anniversary. Oh, good. I made it here just in time. Where we going for our anniversary? Everything is our. Oh, where you going? Well, he taking me out for my birthday. Oh, where we going for our birthday? So I know somebody probably make a mockery of my video, talk about it. Somebody will probably sit there and say, Nick Williams, hello, how you doing? And somebody will probably make a mockery out of it. But it's okay. Are you a new subscriber, Nick Williams? But somebody will probably, okay. But somebody will probably, make a mockery out of it. And it's okay. But I know in my heart, I could never make a mockery out of anybody's family, anybody's loved one. I really can't. I can't. I couldn't make a mockery out of that. That's not something that I hold. I couldn't do it. And, you know, and I think my granddad had just had his third stroke. I want to say it was his third stroke. Oh, and I don't know. I just didn't feel easy about it. I really didn't. I didn't feel easy about it. And the communication over there wasn't calling. But I managed to get to the phone lines and I called my nana and they answered the phone and they said, "Hey, when are you coming back?" And I was actually calling to tell them when I was coming back. And so what happened, they didn't want to tell me what was going on at first. But my uncle, who I hold near and dear to my heart, the one with the pimp status, he came out and he told me. And he said, "You need to hurry up and get back here because daddy's not going to make it." And I said, "He not going to make it." And that's when they told me about the third stroke. And I said, okay, so can he talk? Can he do anything? And they said, no, he can't speak. He can't do anything. And I said, can you put the phone to his ear? I say, it's kind of choppy, so it might be going in and out, but put the phone to his, he put the phone to his ear. And I told him, I say, Daddy, um, I'm coming home and I'll be home. We fly in on June 7th and I'll be home. Once I get back to Germany, I'm going to get back to my duty station. I'm in process. Thank you, Nick Williams. And I kept asking, please, can you hold on? I just need you to hold on. And they said he couldn't talk. And he said, okay, baby. That after I had went through my SRP and that's in process and back, I actually was calling home quite often then because I had a cell phone and I had a telephone in my room. And I was calling home quite often to keep a check on him and stuff and everything. So once I okay, Showtime. Once I had my leave came upon on once it was time for me to take leave, I end up taking leave, and soon as my plane had touched down in Daytona, my daddy, my granddaddy, daddy sat there and he say, "She's home. I can go now." Nobody knew what he was talking about. And he took his last breath. By the time I got to Halifax Hospital, hey Zay baby, how you doing? By the time I got to Halifax Hospital, he was gone. I remember my auntie had stopped me at the door. She say, I'm doing good." She stopped me at the door. She say he gone. I say, "Where he at?" And she said they already took him. I say, "No, I gotta see him. I really gotta see him." And I remember my grandmother came up and she said, "No, you don't want to see him. Because I don't want your last memory of him like that, seeing him like that. So, no, I'm not going to let you go and see him." And I sat there and I told her, I said, "Mama, can I please go down and see him, please?" And she said, "No." And I looked, I say, like the grown adult that I am, threw a temper tantrum. Yes, I still throw temper tantrums. And like the mother that she is, even though she's my grandmother, she gives in to me. I think that's where my daughter got it from. And I literally threw a temper tantrum. And they took me down there to see my daddy, my granddad. For those who just coming in or those who watching, it's my granddaddy, not my daddy, but I call mom and daddy. Or nana or papa, whichever one I deem to call them that day. And he looked so peaceful. But I did make it there. I didn't go to the wake. I didn't go to the wake. But I did go to the funeral. And I didn't go as they lowered him to the gravesite. I didn't go to that. Some things I just was in denial about. But I did eventually make it out there, only to see my grandmother's plot right next to his. So she has a plot right next to his. And it kind of bothered me because she went through her spell at one time, and I remember I confronted her about it, and I threw a temper tantrum. Actually, no, I didn't. I went off on her, and I was yelling about the plot, and I didn't really quite understand why would she have a plot. And then she said she she had brought the plot because she's going to be buried next to her husband. Now, remind you, my grandmother is married again, and her and my granddad had been married 50 years. And she's married again. But she never changed her married name. And even on the gravestone, it has her has my granddad's last name on. It was very emotional and humble all at the same time for me because a lot of things came back to surface for me. So I had to sit and did a little editing to it and I put some voice to it. And as you get spoiled, you get anything you want. And I did some editing, so I uploaded my daughter's video on YouTube and stuff because we was talking about that in Straight Drops chat last night. You know, about when a person lose a loved one, the disrespect, how a person emotion is or react. You really don't know how a person is going to react at when it comes to the situations like that, losing a child. Hey Brooklyn, my beautiful sister, how you doing? You really don't know how a person is going to react at all when it comes to losing a loved one, almost losing a loved one, or any situation. Okay, half pint. You don't know how a person is going to react to a situation like that. Really, to tell you the truth, and I, for one, am one person who would never. How do I make? I'm one person who, for one, would never make fun of anyone's situation when it comes to one or anything like that, because or dictate or determine or speak on how a person should react. Some emotions, some people show their emotions and some people don't. And I can give you an example. During the whole situation when my granddad passed away, my grandmother didn't shed one tear. Not one. Not even during the funeral. She didn't shed one tear. And I asked her about that. She said, I couldn't cry because I had to be strong for my kids. I had to make sure y'all was okay. And she was always thinking about somebody else other than herself. I had to make sure y'all was okay. I had to make sure everybody was okay. I had to make sure his friends was okay. I had to make sure his loved ones was okay. I had to make sure everybody was okay. But she cried at night. And she said, but just because y'all don't see me cry don't mean I don't cry. She cried at night. She let it all out. Yes, she did. She let it all out. Hey, Bam, baby, how you doing? She let it all out. When I say she let it all out, she let it all out. Nothing happened, Bam. I'm just talking. She really did. She let it all out. So that's why I say you don't know a person's reaction. You don't know a person's emotions. You don't know how a person handle things. So it should never be spoken upon on how a person should take the death of their loved one. It should never be spoken on how a person should react in public concerning the death of their loved one. It should never be none of that. It should never be that. I can't tell Wanna, well, you didn't cry enough because of, as an example, because of you lost a child. I can't tell her that. I'm wrong and out of place for that. She may cry at night. I know you was, Bam. And I'm gonna tell you, last night that got to me. It got to me. It really did. It got to me because you can't take. I can't take my situation and compare it to somebody else's situation because every situation and every instance is different. I don't get people. People is so honorary. They're so honorary. I don't get it. So that's why I took the time out and posted my my story. This is my story. That's why I posted it because they got to me last night. I'm not gonna even lie. It did. It got Lady D. I love her to death. That's the most humbling lady to speak with. She is the most humbling person to speak with. Good, bad, and indifferent, no matter how left the situation may have gone, you can't take someone out of their character. You can take someone out of their character when you try and use their hurt as an example. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. And then call it right. You can't do it. I'm sorry. I don't care how you do it. You can't do it. You cannot. That has to be the most callous act for a person to do. No matter how good that person may be, no matter how good that person may be, that has to be the most callous act ever. I'm sorry, y'all, but that is the most callous act ever. You can't do that. I'm sorry, and you just can't. You can't do that. I'm sorry, you can't. You really can't. Hugs to you, Brooklyn. I've never seen so many callous acting people. I know, chicken butt. Love you too, baby. I've never seen so many callous acting people on YouTube. For what? I've seen pictures of people dead mothers, pictures of people dead children, pictures of people children, pictures of people girlfriends, my husband, pictures of for what? If I have a beef with Bam, why would I go after her subs? Why would I go after her subs? Should not go out the BAM, the channel holder. Me as a channel holder, should not go out the BAM. But why would I go out the BAM family? Did BAM family, hey Pam, how you doing? Did BAM family have anything to do with what me and Huff have going on YouTube? No. So why would I do that? I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get it. Somebody call it, oh, it's just a crisis acting. Oh, it's just sympathy. This ain't sympathy. I'm speaking from the heart. I'm speaking from what I see. I'm speaking from all the fuckery. And I say that in the most humbling way I can. Going on. For what? Because at the end of the day, you're going to press that X or that thing to say stop. And you're going to log off. And you're going to go and carry on about your day. When is enough going to be enough? Who says I better not catch you in this person's chat? Who says you better not go live? Exactly, Bam. When somebody gets hurt in real life, that's who says that. When you've been hurt in real life, that's who says that. Exactly. Family is off limit. This is why we, as new founded socially con- ah, go down. Okay. As new founded sisters must band together and conform as a strong and you're right, Brooklyn. You are so right. But you know what, Brooklyn? You know what I've seen also? Brothers back regardless. We always gonna have our brothers back regardless. But you know what? Our brothers stand strong when their sisters are united. Because it's always a sound mind. Our brothers always have the sound minds of the sisters to guide them back. Good, bad, and indifferent. They always got the sound mind of a sister. I got toilet paper all over me. Got the sound mind of a sister to guide them back. And the problem with that is when we sit and we tell people to, you can't go live, you can't do this, you can't do that, who are we to sit and judge? Big fat see a lot of people do this shit because they feel like, you're right. You are absolutely right. So who are we to sit and say that we can't have we can't have unity amongst ourselves? You're right, Bam. And again, my condolences to you because you've been holding it strong for a very long time. So I ask again, who are we if we're not banding together? Who are we if we're not banding together? Hey, that's Nita. How you doing? You You got a whole lot of people that scream, we want this and we want that. We want unity, we want peace. That's great. But subliminally and behind the line, they don't want it. They want to keep the mess going. And they want to speak on things they have no knowledge of. When the whole time they throwing shade and keeping up exactly. And my thing is, I'm so trusting of people because that's how I was raised. I am so trusting of people that my some scream it, but it's a division tactic in my opinion, and that is true. And my grandmother always told me, never be nasty to anyone you meet. Allow them to show you who they really are. And your heart is always going to tell you the truth. If you listen to your heart, that's God speaking to you. And I could sit here and have conversation after conversation after conversation after conversation for months on end with Brooklyn. And me and her could talk every day, all day for the next 6, 7, 8 months to a year. If Brooklyn ain't pure at heart, yeah, we're gonna have our sister gossip times, all that stuff. But if Brooklyn ain't pure at heart, I always had that conscience that speak to me that say, back away, leave it alone, follow it. I had a very, 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 very best friend, and she hung out with us. We used to be the five amigos. Exactly, Bam. Exactly. We used to be the five amigos when we met in '96. It was the five amigos. It was 2013. We went down to the four amigos. That's a very long time for a very best friend to show us who she really was. And it hurt all of us when we found that out. Believe it or not, it hurted all of us. That wasn't a friend at all. And we used to call ourselves sisters. Now the four of us, that's why the keyboard ain't hiding nothing. Sooner than later, what's in that heart comes out. Exactly. Exactly, that's needed. When the four of us, we get together every year. We've been doing that since we've been knowing each other. We get together every year, and it's always at one of each other house. And last year it was here, so next year we're gonna be in Washington. This year, I'm sorry. Well, I'm saying next year. This year, last year it was here. This year we're gonna be in Washington, and every time we get together, we always sit there and we have remembrance of five amigos. And then we talk about the good times. We talk about the things that have happened since we've been apart. What's going on with the family. Exactly. I do, and I cherish it all the time. Talk about our loved ones that's gone. They was there with my daughter, for my daughter and everything. They was there loving them to death. But some people, they need to just turn, they need to press that X or press that stop, power down that computer, and just not get back on YouTube. Really. Some people just need not to get back on YouTube at all. No, they shouldn't. That's what's up, Bam. But some people, they really do. They need to power it down. They don't need to turn it back on no more. If you are part of the problem and not part of the solution, then it's sometimes called pardoning ways and just letting it go. You can't you can't be part of the problem. You can't be part of the problem and then part of a solution all at the same time. Cause most of the problem come with minding other channel businesses, especially if you are not part of that channel's discrepancy or whatever they may have going on with the other channels. Bam, please make up to her. 19 years, make up to her. You have to, and I make that statement very boldly the way I do. We'll talk, Bam. We'll talk, Bam. Most harm who was not a part of your beef, who was not a part of YouTube, who, if you had to go dig that person up, that person's family member, that person's loved one up, go through private social media sites to get to that person, low key, Zay baby, exactly, low key, to make a video about that channel holder, press that X, press that stop, power down that computer, and don't get back on YouTube no more. Don't get back on no social media site no more. Regroup and rethink your life. Rethink your purpose. Because I guarantee you, that loved one is not doing that to you. I guarantee you, that individual didn't do that to you and not doing that to you. I promise you they're not doing it. If you're sending, if you're that individual that has to create multiple accounts, to come and attack subs or a sub. And I tell anybody, I have people create multiple accounts and come in logic chat and come in straight up chat just to attack me. My block list so strong. The only person seeing my block list was Bam. As a matter of fact, she got a copy of my block list. And it's off of channels I'm not even subscribed to. People create names in my name. They might not have the Miz in front of it, but they create name, yes, YouTube name in my name. The only thing missing is the Miz. Didn't even know it. I would have never known it had that individual not came in Logic chat and attacked me that night. Bam got a copy of that. Do I not got a troll? Got somebody with a troll account with my name going around? You love them crickets. Bam got a whole copy of it. So when I sit there and say, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear, especially when it comes to these YouTube channels, the hate is real strong. And sometimes you have to ask that individual, why you hate that individual? Why you steady mentioning that individual name? Why you steady talking about that person? Why are you steady talking about this person? If your beef is with Bam, why are you not talking about Bam? Why are you going after Half Pint, going after That's Needed, going after so and so, going after so and so? They're in the chat. It's the same thing I sat there and said yesterday on the call in. And I know, ma'am. I know. And I thank you for that. And I love and I respect you for that. Because you was a tough person to break through to. You really was. And I'm not gonna lie about that. That's why when people sit there and say, bam this and bam that, oh, you better back away. You back away, back far away. Okay? Bam let those get close to her that she feel comfortable and she can trust wholeheartedly. Not half-heartedly, but wholeheartedly. Okay? So you can't come sideways to me when it comes to Bam. All right? You don't know a person's struggle, back away. You don't know a person's love, back away. You don't know a person's change, back away. And I mean that with the sincerest of my heart. That is one no one will not come for. Her, Petty, Joanna, Half Pint, mishandling it. None of them. You would not come for them. Period. When I say in my heart, that is my heart. Wreck, Rika. I don't know why I want to call her Wreck. Butter Love, everybody. Those are my hearts because you're gonna get the true genuineness of them. Not it is and it'll be misunderstandings. It'll be whatever. But you come for one of them. Oh, you're gonna have to come for everybody. That's one thing I do know. That ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's as Cynthia, Hippie, it's a whole bunch of them I'm leaving out. And please charge it to my mind and not my heart. But when you have been on a panel with them, you have talked to them, you half pint. Baby, I already gave you yours. Take them tears away. You already know. Take them tears away. And you see the genuineness, shoot. No. Cause when one come, all come. You can believe that. When one sister fight, you fight like cats and dogs. You might not talk. You go your separate way. You might not like each other, whatever the case may be. But you know what? Genuineness bring you back. And that's a fact. But nobody better not ever come for them. That's one thing you won't do. Cause I I'm the type of person I don't send idle threats. I would never send idle threats. I won't do that. Cause if I hear something happen or I'm getting on the plane, train, uh car, motorcycle, I don't care what it is, and I'm coming. Me and Walter. 100 on that one. Petty and her strawberries. Bam and her donuts. That's love. That's love. But you got people on here, and that's for the channels. Why are you attacking the subs? It, if your subs are doing the same thing their subs doing, why are you attacking the subs in that channel? You should be attacking your subs. And I tell anybody, if they can do it to a sub, they can do it to somebody who used to support them, they can do it to you. Ain't nobody loyal. Exactly, Bam. And we had that talk. We sure did. We had that talk. You know, if they can do it to you, and I promise you, if they do it to you, it's a non-stop doing it to you. Thank you. It's a non-stop thing. Live streams got live streams. Why is that? You could actually make your own content by actually talking about what I'm talking about. Your goings on, how you feel in your heart genuinely. Why you have to live stream somebody else's live stream to talk through their live stream in order to bash that person? I ain't grasped the concept yet. One of my degrees gonna kick in and I grasp that concept. Are we that petty that we got to live stream somebody else's live stream to bash that channel holder and talk about the subs in the chat? And oh, by the way, if MzClassy happened to show up in that chat, oh, bam, got her. Because I used to be in your chat. Or bam, show up in that chat. Oh, bam, got her. Because she used to be in that chat. Are we that petty? Have we stooped that low? So I asked this question: what happens when you stop bashing the channel holder and you stop bashing the subs? What happens? Will we be saying, I got 200 views, I got 500 views, or will we be saying, I got 10 views? Because I'm good. I'd rather have 10 views than to have 500 views. I'd rather. And we know you is. Exactly, Joanna. It's called no content. Joanna went live up there just showing the family. That was content enough. Hey, and I missed it. I missed it. Joanna went live twice, showing her family on 4th of July and all barbecue and stuff. I think I commented on that. That was content. Hey, like that about you, Bam. Bam go live, pork in the parking lot. Shoot, she sit there and say, y'all watch the car. That's content. Cause while we watching the car, somebody come and take her car. We going for a ride with the robber in the car. Exactly. We going for a ride with the robber in the car. She the only one I know to sit there and say that jumps out of her car with the phone on. Y'all watch my car. With the car still cranked. Okay. We gonna wrench the robber to death. We gonna block that robber from them keys. Okay. Exactly. Okay. We about to hold up. Let me block you from getting in this car. We got you, Bam. But you know we got you. We just gonna be on a long ride with them, but we got you. And we be watching like fools. Okay, is she coming back? And we be watching. But that's content. It's called support. Your loyal ones will always be there to support. We can't call you. I got your number, baby girl, so we can call you. Oh no, we can't. And it ain't like we can call you. Dang, ain't that about a dang? I had to rethink that. And it's not like we could call you because the phone be in the car with the robber. And we on wow. Duh, I had a duh moment. But that's content. Hey lovely, how you doing? That is content. Y'all don't realize that is content. That content is us watching her car and making sure nobody get in that car. Listening to her and her road rage that she got. Talking trash, playing music. So what happens when the content that you call content stops? going after the subs in the chat, posting their family members, their real government names, pictures of their loved ones. No more drama. None of that. So what happens? Are the subs going to be loyal to you? Because I will go support Bam on any given day. I will go support Straight Drop on any given day. I will go support Joanna on any given day, and anybody else that somebody sit there and say I don't have that they don't have content and I don't have content. But what I won't go support is somebody who sit here and go through somebody's private social media site to find a picture of them, they loved ones, this, that, and the other, to make a video of because they used to be sub to this chat and you saw them chatting over in this chat. When your beef is with that channel holder. So wouldn't it be the beef between the channel holder and the channel holder? I have never seen Drop do that. I have never seen Logic do that. Hmm. But I've seen plenty channel holders do that. You can't go in this chat if you sub to me. That is controlling. So when my internet bill is due, who I send the bill to? When my cell phone bill is due, who I send that bill to? When my mortgage is due, who I send my mortgage to? And I got a lot of mortgages. Who do I send that to? Because if you could pay all of them, I'll go in any chat that I won't go in anybody chat that you tell me I can't go into. Until then, I'm good with who I'm actually subscribed to. Because those channel holders don't say, I better not catch you over here. Uh, Wait a minute. I got beef with this channel holder. But I see her over here and she was just over here in my chat. Oh, well, let me go after her, or let me go after him, or let me go after them. Let me find out who they is. I am so glad my platform does not use Hangouts. I am so glad it doesn't. You either have to have Zoom or Skype to come on my platform. My I don't have the OBS system. I have another system. And you can't come on my platform. Wow, Bam. Are you serious? Hey, municipal baby. I'm glad you in because I got to wrench some of y'all up when I get to the computer. This phone won't let me do it. I don't know why it won't. You gotta call me. I don't get this. I really don't get it. Yeah. Mm. But yet it's still we got all this going on, and no one seems to have the answer to it other than I got a problem with this individual. Well, do you know that person in real life? Do you actually really know that person in real life? Y'all good. Y'all good. Do you actually know that person in real life? That's the question I have to ask. Do you know them in real life? Did y'all go to school? Did y'all grow up? Did y'all do any of that together? When you get off the phone, are you gonna run into your homie in real life that you actually beefing with on YouTube? And that's why my respect level for drop and logic is up there. Exactly. That's why my respect level is up there for them. And that's why I support them wholeheartedly. Not half, not partial, not a little bit, but wholeheartedly. My brother, Showtime, that's why I support him wholeheartedly. No, you could do certain things to a certain limit, but they come at you, yeah, you free roam. But on here, yeah, y'all be yourself. I'm not finna limit y'all. That's why Tony, I support him wholeheartedly. Smoke Dog, whole love that brother. Love that brother. Who else out there? I'm missing some names for real. Because all is welcome. All is welcome. As long as you ain't on no F, if long as you ain't on that mess, we could sit here and chop it up all day. Okay, lovely. We could chop it up all day long. We could sit there and have a fun conversation, a intellectual conversation, a grown woman, grown man conversation. We can have a entertainment conversation. We could have a whatever conversation. As long as that conversation is not a disrespectful conversation. I'm like them. Hey, all y'all welcome. If you ain't on my block list, and YouTube could allow you to block a person twice. Not once. YouTube can allow you to block a person twice. Okay, that's needed. I'm sorry, Zay. My condolences to you. Yeah, allows you to block a person twice. If you are, and for me to block people, if I classify you as evil, you don't see Lovely the Great, half pint. You don't see Lovely the Great. Lovely. Are you you block half pint? Are y'all have issues or something? Or y'all blocked or what's going on? What we'll ask that at another time. I think she left. Hey Shania baby, how you doing? I go to it's a lot of people. I mean, like I said and say, if y'all didn't hear your names called, whatever case may be, charge it to the charge it to the mind and not the heart, okay? Cause I'm just rambling right now. But I really, really, at the end of the day, I my definition of not a cordial person, if I have to block you, not once but twice. And YouTube, and not with a wrench. YouTube allows me and anybody to block that person twice. In case y'all didn't know, you can actually block a person twice. And I don't want that negative energy coming over in my chat. So I can't have that. And I don't want negative energy around me. I know you done had spell check twice. My phone does that all the time to where if it come out spelled wrong, I just roll with it now. It allows me to not have that negative energy because negative energy breeds negative energy. It really does. It breeds negative energy. And sometimes you just have to move around on it. You really do. You really have to move around on it, on that negative energy. And you have to take it away and just leave it alone and let it go on about its business. And let it do what it do when it do what it do. But I wasn't ranting. I wasn't raving. I was just on here talking about good people will find each other, and that's a positive, and that's absolutely correct. Good people will find each other, and the thing about good people finding each other, you go through so many before you find the right ones. That is, and then sometimes it's the one that you might have been at odd with that is the good person all along. That is the person that really have your best interests all along. And people don't realize it. Because sometimes you may have people around you that you think is good, mean you good, therefore you got your back 110, ride or die for you, this, that, and other. And them be the main ones that'll hurt you. That will hurt you. Them will be the main ones that will hurt you. And not all of them would do it. Because your real loyal ones, you could have 10 loyal ones. I guarantee you out of 10 loyal ones, you only got 4 or 5 of them that's really loyal to you. That will have you 110. And then out of the 4 or 5, you're going to have that one that cry that wolf. 2 out of 10. Yep. And then you will have that one that cry that wolf every time something goes down. And they be the main one that did the most. Why is that? Because if I did the most, constantly and always, and none of y'all seen me doing the most, and y'all sit back, no, no, MzClassy. And I did the most and 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 did the most. And you got sitting there saying it. And you got my brother over here, Reckless, sitting here saying it. And you got Showtime sitting here saying it. You got Crescent sitting here saying it. You got Smoke Dog sitting over here saying it. You got Tony sitting here saying it. But Drop steady going fight for me. At what point in time, dang, if I got all these people saying that, and I got everybody saying the same thing, at what point in time am I going to stop and listen? Or at what point in time am I going to cut ties with that person? And you got channels out there that does that. And one thing I can say about Drop, he know all his people good for him. Every last one of them. So when people sitting here judging and judging and judging and judging, make sure they judging. Oh, straight. Smoke Dog was good. He was good. But you got people sitting here judging and 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 judging. When is you gonna get to know that person to stop that judging? Obviously, that person is still there for a reason. One thing I can say about Bam is Bam would never ever hide her hand. Ever hide her hand. You go at her, oh, she gonna come back at you. She don't need a board. She don't need a platform. She don't gotta come on nobody. She don't need me, Joanna Petty, Miss Helen, Half Pint. None of us. She don't need none of us on there. She don't need none of us on there to say, you better. She gonna handle her own business. And she gonna tell you, you right, I said that. You right, I call you this. You right, because you're this and you're that and that. She gonna do that all by herself. She holds her own. And that's why I can mess with her 110. I hold my own. Joanna hold her own. Petty hold her own. Miss Helen hold her own. Everybody over there hold their own. And when we all come on that panel, we coming on there to make jokes. We coming on there for some, what's the night? Friday night? Grown and sexy woman night. Some dirty talk night. Some laughter, some fun. Some let your hair down. We coming on there for all that. And we ain't got a care in the world. Because we not worried about nobody else. People come to us to attack us. Ain't that funny? We don't go to them to attack them. Now, hey, Logic, brother. We don't go to them to attack them. They come to us and attack us. And just like that, bam. Because I tell anybody, MzClassy 26, when you put MzClassy 26 is attached to me. And me is my body. So when you put my name, when you mention my name, you're actually mentioning my clit. I don't say keep my name out your mouth. I say keep my clit off your tongue. Because my clit is part of my body. My body belongs to my name. That's a great analogy, a way of breaking that down. And I'm not going to change that name. Yes, CLIT. You heard it right, my brother. CLIT is a part of my body. And my body is a part of my name. So when they say MzClassy, add that 26 to it now. When they say that, yeah, they got my clit on their tongue. And the only thing I have to say about that is the next time you want to put my clit on your tongue, I just ask them to invite me. I can't say names no more because it's like at the end of the day, people want to go around and talk and come in chats and attack and do all that stuff. So I politely send them away in a very classy manner. That's very classy. I didn't say coochie. I bet you Elijah sitting back laughing. Elijah sitting back laughing like, what the world? Is this grown sexy woman talk? Not yet, Elijah. I'm the no, I gotta get with you to see when we doing the thing. I want to do it either Monday or Tuesday, whichever day that you're available, so we can sit there and I got the totals and stuff and everything, so I can go ahead and get that done and announce who the winner is of the Fitbit, so I can move on to my August 1st challenge. And I am going to be doing an upload prior to August 1st on the challenge and stuff. And that challenge is going to run for 90 days. Love you too, Zay baby. Uh Have fight, I ain't messing with you. I'm not messing with you. No, I didn't get on the last ones that she sent me was June 22nd, and I haven't gotten any more since then. So if I don't get any more by tonight or tomorrow, I'm just gonna roll with what I have and then do the and go from there. I haven't gotten any more since then. Sour Patch, hey baby. No, she haven't text me the remainder of anybody. I haven't gotten that yet. Logic. Yeah, because the crickets came out because it's getting ready to storm, y'all. Look, it's getting ready to storm real bad. Can y'all see that? We got some bad weather coming in. Okay, Logic, because I want to make sure it's all fair and stuff, and I get a great total so that when I get the rest from her, I can add all that stuff in, and then when we get ready to do the live on your panel, when I do my live giveaway for the Fitbit and stuff and everything, then I be done with that. And then what'll happen is then I'm gonna go and announce my new challenge for starting August 1st. and that's gonna run 90 days. But then Honey Lot has a healthy challenge that she does, and that's running to the end of this year and stuff and everything. So I'm going to recommend them if they do that, do the fit challenge. They also get with Honey Lot to do the healthy challenge because she has some really good menus, and I have her menus. She has some really awesome menus, and they go over there and do that with Honey Lot. And she already have that already on that program already tailored and stuff and everything. And then I um still tailoring my program for August 1st and stuff and everything. And then I get with you to see what gift we'll give away for the 90 day. Cause I gave away the Fitbit. I purchased and given away the Fitbit on this one. So I get with you and we could scramble up some minds to see what to come up with for the 90 day challenge that I'm doing, and what would be a great gift for them. Menus for life. Yes, she I got her menus. Trust me, I went up there grocery shopping for everything on that menu. You heard me. You heard me. Exactly, exactly. And stuff. The only thing I don't do is pork. I don't do pork at all, and I barely do red meat. Um, so the vegetables, yeah, she has some really good vegetables on there. Some really awesome vegetables and stuff. So at the I just get with you and we could tailor that and stuff. So other than that, ain't nothing else going on. I'm just sitting on my page talking and stuff and everything. But uh Mama always told me I was bad enough to tear hell up. Good girl, try for the vegan life. You know what? Um I'ma upload them pictures. I was a vegetarian. I'm gonna upload those pictures. You'll see. I was a vegetarian, and I was try for the vegan, and I stayed a vegetarian for many years, for over a decade, and I ended up starting back eating meat because when I did it, I didn't realize I was doing it wrong, and I didn't realize some of the other substances that I had to take doing it. So what a lot of people don't realize is when you do the oh, that rain coming. I smell it. It's coming from this way too. Here it come. Wow. So good lord. So I didn't realize that it was substances that you had to take in the country. I'm in the country. I'm in the country. And all that is my property. Shota, I got to get with you because I think I know where you at. And if you wait, if that's where you at, we was just down there. Yeah, and all this is my property. I'm trying to see. Let me walk through the woods over here. Let me see. I hope no snakes don't get me. Soft sand, soft sand, soft sand. Tore my fence down. The little wire gate I had up. I'm trying to see where the I might have to go back this way so it's go back this way. Them little badass kids told my wire came down. And I got a sign. Did it tear my damn sign down too? I had a sign private property will shoot if you come on it. Oh, tore my sign down. Them little bad behind. Tell my husband. There's no trespassing that's up there. Just don't know. Y'all have no idea. Cause it's a wire gate. And the gate's supposed to go all the way across and wherever they end at because it's staked down with the ending of the property line. Okay, I know it's some snakes over here. Okay. I should go get my gun in case I got to shoot one. I have flip-flops on so they be... Where are you going? Get out the woods, girl. I'm trying to show y'all where my... Where is the state? Okay, it's poison. State line over there. Y'all see that? Y'all see that where the tag hanging at? It goes all the way back and it goes all the way around that way. And and so I'm gonna clear all that out because we're gonna put another house right there. And on the back side of that is a whole vacant lot property. And I'm trying to get the guy to come down off that property because I want to buy that lot back there. But he been a bunghole. Yeah, he been a bunghole. So it's just sitting there. And the kids just do whatever they want to do, riding through. So I sit out here. Normally I sit out here and I have my gun. And if they come through my property, I scare them off. So y'all went through the woods with me, huh? Yeah, and they go all the way down and right there where that fence line at over there. And it's a stake down that way. So thank you, Joanna. Municipal say, girl, get out them woods. Yeah, and they go all the way around. And believe it or not, I cut down 20 trees. When did we cut them down? We cut them down last week. And then last month we cut down 20 more trees. I told you. Hey, look. I told you I don't play when it comes to them snakes. Y'all, what that is. I don't play when it comes to them snakes. Hey, I don't play when it comes to them snakes. All you gotta do is chop a head. I think it's one over here. He was he was pretty too. He was a little baby black snake. Here's a little baby black snake. I hated that I killed him because normally the moccasins will come and hide up in the crevices over there, and the black snake be in in pursuit of them. But let me see, is his head still over here? Knowing my knowing little squirrels. And then it's a jackrabbit running around here too. It's a jackrabbit running around here too. I want to shoot that bad boy so bad, but he's so quick and he come out at night. But I want to shoot that bad boy so bad. Yeah. So, it's good living back here. Yeah, it's a whole herd of them little bad boys, but this one is a big one. It's a whole herd of them little bad boys. I want to shoot one of them. When I catch them, that thing be so fast. By the time I run in the house and come back out, that thing gone. So I have to sit out here with my gun, trying to catch the bad boy. Snakehead, rabbit feet. I ain't messing with you. I am not messing with you. Bam. You're not right. You're not right, Bam. You're not right at all. So yeah, I gotta catch it. I gotta catch it. Lord have mercy. And then I be doing the most sometimes. I really do. I be doing the most. That's why my husband don't bother me. We hunting wabbits. We hunting wabbits. We hunting wabbits and squirrels and oh my. And then we got a whole bunch of bird nests. It's a big old huge bird nest up there. I think that's one of them big birds up there. But I'm gonna get me a BB gun or a slingshot and try to, cause that's a bad bird. That's a black bird. And try to knock it down. Hopefully ain't got no babies in it. I hope not. I don't want, nah, I just let it stay there. Cause then that'll be evil. But that little thing, them little black birds, they be everywhere. And I'll go in there and get my grandbaby slingshot and I'll be hitting them things with them rocks. Like I ain't got nothing else better to do. Yeah, them blackbirds do get big. Uh, the white birds with the long neck, they call a turkey. A chicken butt. But yes, I be doing the most out here in the country. I really do. But it's good living and I love it. But I've definitely got to get with on Showtime because I think we was in his area and I want him to make me a mixed CD so bad. Cowbirds or cranes. You got to go to the ocean for that. Great Hughes, Great Hughes, Great Hughes. Can we get the answer for that? You want to come and debunk that? Y'all better leave my gray alone. Uh-oh, that's strawberry gray. Strawberry says she taking gray to court. Strawberry say he stole my heart. You know, Gray been done debunked something in a minute. He been done debunked. No, no, actually, that is not the country. That I'ma put it together for you, Showtime. I'm gonna put it together for you. No, that is not the country. That is actually the woods. It was some trees that they had failed to cut down, and you're calling it the country. And it's not the. You know how Gray is. But I tell you what, can't nobody beat him rapping. Ice, ice, baby. He be on something. But I'm gonna let y'all get ready to go so we can get ready to handle my husband trying to move me to Texas. What? Are you serious, Joanna? Texas is hot as crap. I was there for almost 10 years. Texas is hot. Texas had got so hot one time. I mean, extremely hot. I had to test to see how hot it was. I actually took yeah, Bombshell did kill Gray on Ice Ice Baby. Yes, she did. She did her thing on them. And then had a dance with it. But I had to test to see how hot it was in Texas one time. And I took an egg and cracked it on my front driveway. And it started sizzling. And I say, are you serious? That's how hot it get in Texas. When I sit there and say they move our PT time back for the heat in Texas, just like for where I'm at now. When I was in the military, they moved our PT time back so we could start early in the morning because it was hot. Because it was hot. But I can say, Showtime, I'm very close to you. Yeah, they had to move our time back so because it would get hot by 7. It will be hot by 7:30. It'll be hot, and them soldiers be out there just falling out, all dehydrated and stuff. Did you drink water last night? No, sorry. Okay, what did you do? I was drinking beer. Fort Sam, Houston. Wow, wow. Are you still in? That's needed, or you retired? I was at Fort Hood. The hood, baby. The welcome to the great place. As you come through that big old gate, welcome to the great place. Oh, you was at Bamsey. Okay, okay. Yeah, welcome to the great place. For the hood. I'm always a hood baby. Yes, yes, I'm a hood baby. Oh, I love myself some for hood. That's where our property's at. Yes, that's where our property's at. I love myself some for hood too. In fact, we had some of our very, 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 very best friends come down. They came down today from up that way, and they're in town um, for the weekend. They're in town for the weekend and stuff and everything, and we supposed to be going to party with them and stuff and everything. Hey, Big V and them in yet? Hello. Okay. Yeah, they're supposed to be in and all that good stuff. So we're supposed to be having a big shindig gathering, and we're going to do some electric slide, the old folk style. It's electric. Doo doo. Yeah. So I may go live on that one too, and see, so y'all can see how the old school do it. You know, cause it's gonna be some real old school there. Some real old school. You're gonna see some, it's very nice. It's gonna be very nice. He looking away cheap property. Do you want to tell him to get away from that? Why he trying to move you down there anyway? You need to come on. Don't go west. You need to come east. You need to come on over on the east side. Don't go west. Even though you out west, but you don't need to go. You don't need to go. Yeah, don't go there. Come on back this way. Come on over on the east side, where the southern folks at. You ain't going. Don't worry about it. You too small. He just gonna put you in the trunk of the car and say, "Don't worry about it. I got you. I'll put you in the trunk of the car and pack you up." You going one way or another. And then it is very, very expensive out there where you at. My daughter was sitting there telling me, she was like, "Mom," she was like, "gas and this and that," and I was like, "Okay, baby, okay." And she was like, "I'm ready to come home." And then she had the audacity to take a picture of a card that we gave her when she graduated in the back of the big rig. I know that's right. A picture, a card, take a picture of the card that we gave her when she graduated, right before she went off to college. And the card sat there and say, "You will always be our baby no matter what. And no matter what, whether it's big or small, we will always be there to make sure you have. Love, mama and daddy." Why this fool had the nerve to take a picture of this card some years later? Some years later, almost a decade later, she had the audacity to take a picture of this. When she turned 28, that'll be 10 years. And but she turned 27. So she got a couple more years before it'd be a decade. Now, almost a decade, we done gave her this card, part of her present as a grad. And she come take a picture of this. Talking about, y'all remember this? I thought she lost that card or talking about, no. I keep this card with me. It's in my dresser drawer and I look at it all the time. And she said, "So I'm gonna hold y'all up to y'all word. Being that we got a place to stay here and stuff. I got 2 bedroom house. So what's gonna happen is y'all have to come down here and buy me some furniture." She said, "And you remember you said nothing too big or too small. I will always have." Hmm. Might have to rethink them words, huh? There.
I don't know. I mean, he said it sounded like folks is there. I mean, I don't know, but I'm gonna take a shower. Close, so we can go over there real quick.
Okay. All right. I'll get ready in my life.
Okay, take it down.
Okay. Got him. Oh, you seen him? You seen him? You know, I do have some people who put his oh yeah, she did sit there and say got him. Yeah, she got us all right. So I'll be taking a trip down there whenever Mr. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. That's the one that's stuck by the hip on both sides, the arms connected by the umbilical cord, everything. So whenever Mr. decide to get me a ticket to go there, I will be there so that I can furnish her house and stuff and everything. Cause if not, then she's gonna have to send me a website or something so I can pay for it and have it delivered to her. Something. So my that's my housewarming gift. Girl, you asking for a whole house full of furniture. Joanna. Now, we furnished her apartment. The whole apartment. And That's how I have keys to her apartment. Paid for the whole apartment because it was time for her to go. You know, I mean, she at work texting me her list of what she want me to cook up for dinner. Yeah. Hey, Crescent Love. Yeah, she needed a PayPal, and she got one. So she at work. My phone saying ting ting ting. If I don't have it on me, she'll call. If I don't answer, then she'll call him and say, "Where's mother at?" And he was like, "Oh boy, what you need?" Cause any other time, me Pam, and I have to tell you the story how I got the name Pam. Any other time, she'll call me Pam. Where's mother at? I've been calling her. She need to check her text messages. So my husband, I go in there to check my text messages. She, are you there? 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 Are you? This is what I want for dinner. And she blatantly puts out her whole menu. Please have it done before I get off. Okay, Showtime. Please don't. I'm like, are you serious? Girl, I'm gonna need you to get a life. I'm gonna need you to really get a life. And like a dummy, here I go. I gotta go to the grocery store. My husband saying, for what? Oh, I gotta go up here and get Till this because Till want this for dinner. He was like, what's wrong with the food in the freezer? And I was like, but she said she didn't want. No, what's wrong with the food in the freezer? He said, okay, I'll tell you what. He said, no, that's not finna happen. And he'll call her back. Miraculously, she texts back, I'm at work, I can't talk on the phone. He was like, oh, but you could text 25 times and you call your mama. He said, you better get somewhere and pick up the phone. So she'll go and she'll call him, and he say, look, it's all we got a freezer full of food, we got a deep freezer full of food, and we got another freezer out there in the garage full of food, meats and stuff and everything. And whatever you need your mama to thaw out, she'll thaw it out. You cook it when you come home. If you can't get you nothing to eat when you come home, okay, you can't cook you nothing to eat when you come home, then guess what? You're gonna be starving. But your mama ain't cooking, your mama is retired. And then she was like, okay, all right, here, bam, with candy corn. So I'm going to get them redone tomorrow. Tomorrow is my day to go get them redone. So she'll sit there and she'll call back. She's like, why you had to go tell him? This was supposed to be a conversation between me and you. If I wanted him to know, I would have texted him. And he's sitting there to my, I hear you. She was like, he sitting next to you? I was like, yeah. She was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Then she made him mad, and when she came home one day, he said, I got a surprise for you. And she said, what is it? She was so happy. He said, come on, let's go for a ride. And we took her for a ride and took her right up there to her apartment. And she walked in and she looked, the look on her face was like, I said, surprise. Here's your apartment, baby. And she was like, so I'm not coming home. No, baby, you're not coming home. Mm-mm. No, no. At that time, she was 24. No, baby, you can't come home. Mm-mm. It's time. You got to be on your own. And plus, you work. And plus, you work. So I gotta pay bills. Yes, sweetheart, you gotta pay bills. I said, but your rent is paid for the rest of the year. The only thing you gotta pay, I said, we already got everything on for you. We got your cable on, we got your internet on. I'm not smoking a blunt. Bam, I'm not right. But we had her hooked up. We had her hooked up. Put food in the freezer for her, everything. You name it, we had her hooked up. Why this child had the audacity to come through the door that night talking about I'm home? Yeah, she about to be 27. She about to be 27. And she's not the oldest one. I got an older one. Hey, Alpha baby. I got a older child, older, way older than her, but her brother. So she's like, no, I'm home. My husband say, darn it, I thought I changed the code on the front door. She was like, nope, you didn't. Hello, that black don't crack is the truth. I got a video of her up, me and her together. I should have put one up with her brother, where they fake. My daughter had in school during that time they didn't have the Magna programs, and they used to test kids ability, how smart they was. They used to by testing them, giving them tests and stuff and everything. So it wasn't no such thing as advanced or none of that and everything when they was younger. So my daughter had this problem with, if the class was easy for her, she would get up and walk out the classroom. And she did this for a while before it was brought to my attention. And actually, when it was brought to my attention, it was during the year of 1997 when that baby at Fort Hood had went missing. Found expressway, off the expressway. Same age. And so, well, I don't have a 28-year old. Mine's is 29. And then I have another child that I have, but he's not my child. I raised him cuz his mom is been on drugs for when we was young and stuff and everything. So I uh took care of him one in Atlanta, and he's doing really well. He has a restaurant down there and stuff and everything. So right, and his mom, when we was I want to say our 11th grade year, she got on drugs really really bad, real bad. And this kids, because I didn't have kids, but I had him, and I would take care of him and stuff and everything. And I've always had him since then and stuff. So when I had my son and stuff, I always had him. So he actually have a restaurant down in Atlanta. It's called Willie B's, and he's doing really good. I mean, real good. And he just received a review rating from Willoughby's, and some of my sisters actually uh, help him out own it with him. My god sisters and stuff and everything, they actually help and own it with him, and they received their first review rating. Nah, this one he ain't go home. No, cause she's still on drugs, and she been on them for no. And my god sisters and them actually own that restaurant and stuff and everything. So with him, and they received their review rating, and they are doing really well, and I like that. I really like that. So he's 31, and he will be coming here. When did he say he's gonna come? I think he's gonna come probably like towards the end of this month. Yeah, I think he's gonna come probably the end of this month. If not, I'm going down there. That's for sure, and stuff and everything. But he was he turned down a athletic scholarship to go actually open up a restaurant. I was kind of disappointed in that. Actually I was really disappointed in that. But I didn't know, you know, he wanted to do a restaurant thing, so I could only support him in his decisions and stuff and everything. But he's one of my biggest babies that I got. But I love the fact that he's really really independent on his own, and he has never been in trouble. Actually, he's the one that helped keep the other kids out of trouble as well. And I like that, with the things that he's been doing for us in the community down there. And I really like that about him. And when he calls, we just sit and have very intellectual conversations about a lot of things. He's not married. I love the fact that he's not married. And I love the fact that he's not even in a relationship, because he's saying that the focuses and goals that he wants to be grounded, and he wants to explore around when it comes to everything that he does. What do you want to say? But he had to go home. Was cutting. Counter was cutting her check. 3 months later, he got. Oh, Joanna. Oh, wow. I am so sorry, Joanna. I am sorry to hear that. Wow. Wow. So he I love our conversations that me and him have. He is one of the other kids that actually pushed me. My kids turn out well, and I'm proud of them. My daughter is a vet tech. Another boy. That's what's up, Joanna. That is what's up. And I love the fact that he was one of the ones that kept pushing me, when it came to my education too. And he kept saying, Mom, please don't stop. Please don't stop. He said, you'll know when you're tired. You'll know when you're tired. He was like, although you got too many degrees, you'll know when you're tired. But I love that about him. But with my daughter, she had to be intellectually stimulated. And if the class was too easy, she got up and walked out the class. Joanna, they're gonna have to give you some grandkids, cause I got 5 grandkids. Five. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Five. But she would get up and walk out the classroom, and it took a while for them to tell me. And what happened was, how I found out, uh, the school, Meadowbrooks Elementary, is where that baby went missing at, and they call her um, Precious. And the guy came on and piggyback her. Let you get one. You could have a 5 month old. He's teething. uh, the little baby piggyback her right off of the school property. I mean, just call her name and piggyback her right off the school property. And my kids went to that school. We stayed. All the kids were Quentin, my friend girl, her son Quentin was the oldest out of all of them. So all the kids will meet in the corridor right there where I stayed at, and Quentin would come, and Quentin will walk to school. All on walk to school with Quentin, and so all on went to that school, and the school was like not even maybe a 5, 6 minute walk to the school, and that guy came on there, and the school wasn't as secure because they got a big gate going around it now, but they end up putting that gate up afterwards. And when I sit there and say they had everything on lockdown, the soldiers got out there and they searched for that baby, searched for that baby, searched for that baby, and they found that baby in that black trash bag on Central Texas Expressway. They still have not. Her case is still open. The detective is still on that case. He say he would not move on. He turned down several promotions. He would not move on to a promotion. He would not do anything until he get answers, because it's just mind about very pretty girl, very beautiful baby. I mean, real pretty and stuff and everything. And the case is over 20 something years old. That's the sad part about it. Case is over 20 something years old, and she would have been the same age as my son, um the 29-year-old. She would have been the same age as him. And it's really sad, or she might be younger than him. She running neck and neck with him. She might be 28. She should be 28, 27, 28. But it what's sad about that is everything about that case. And I was going to cover that case, but the reason I didn't cover it because my kids went to that school. And that was before that incident happened. A few weeks prior to that, that's when I learned my daughter was getting up, walking out of that classroom. And I actually still have her, I still have a report card from that school. And she got up and walked away from the classes because she was not intellectually stimulated. The classes was too easy. So I remember I got a call to come in, and they was talking about it. And I say, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I got a problem. If she been doing this for a while, why are y'all just not reaching out to me about this? That was an issue for me. They couldn't answer it. I'm gonna tell you, I went off. I went off so bad. My best friend Lisa had to come in and pull me out to calm me down. And she went in to talk to them. I went off about it. My daughter wandering out of these classrooms, and you just not calling me, telling me about this. So what they did was they didn't have the Magna programs back during that time in the 90s and stuff and everything. They didn't have the Magna program and or the magnet program or whatever they got called now or whatever. They didn't have none of that. So they test the kid, and they test her, and she took that test, and my baby, she was supposed to was she tested 2 grades higher than what she was in, so that it stimulate her mind. That was the worst move that any parent could make, allowing their child to jump grades or whatever. I'm not totally against it. I just think that that is the worst move for any parent to make when they say, well, we're just going to advance them to the next grade. I think that's the worst move. Uh, and during that time, I didn't know any better and stuff and everything. I was a very young mom. Hey, DJ. I was a very young mom, and I didn't know no better. So I was still learning as well. And so she ended up being the same grade as her brother, and they stayed like that all the way till they had graduated and stuff and everything. When I sit there and say, these two high school, they passed themselves off as twins. They look so much alike. Now you think me and her is twins. My son, oh my God. They passed themselves off as twins. When I sit there and say,
I'm ready.
okay, you ready? Here I come. They pass themselves off as twins. I get calls talking about, we need you to come up here because the twins got caught skipping class. Twins? Twins? Are y'all looking at serious twins? Let me check you on this. I'm gonna have to check you on this one. I got them home since when y'all became twins. Oh, well, since they started calling us twins. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they passed themselves off as twins. Yes, twins. I couldn't believe that. My kids was a trip. Yes, they was. Everybody tell me how the twins doing? Twins, twins, really? Yeah, girl. I'm gonna tell you, my house was hilarious. We had court animals. We had everything. But I have to say that for another day. Cause if Mister come back out here again, y'all gonna hear him. Nah, that is the most loving man ever. But y'all gonna hear him say some words, and he gonna go off, and he gonna sit there and snatch the phone from me. He gonna say, "Get your blank so and so off the phone. We getting ready to go right now." And yo, yo, left out take care. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. See y'all later, and we're gonna get ready for grown and sexy night tonight, and all this good stuff. Thank y'all. That's needed. Bam, Zay, Joanna, Petty, um, uh, Crescent, Showtime, all y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. And hit that like button. And for those who didn't comment, if you sitting in the over there in the airplane section of my reserve side, please smash that like button for you, girl. Thank you.